Hi, everybody. Again, we are here in Stockholm, Sweden. And this time we have the privilege to have Mr. Frank Gielen. He's the Director of Education, and he will give us an overview what EIT InnoEnergy is doing at the moment and what um, InnoEnergy basically is the best decision in your life if you are pursuing your career in renewable energy. So let them let him have a bit of discussion why you think, Frank, this is the best program in the world at the moment.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain this. And why are we the best program in the world? Because when you join EIT InnoEnergy, you're not joining just a university. You're joining a full organization that acts as an impact investor and that brings you in contact with the leaders in industry in the energy transition, with the leading startups. It's all part of our ecosystem or the environment in which we work. And as a student, you immediately get immersed in it. So you're not just studying first 2 years and then go to industry. You enter the system, you have impact from day one, and you learn to work with professionals and experts from day one. So it's very hands-on, very practical, applying what you know immediately.
Excellent, excellent. Can you give us a bit of explanation? What's the relation how EIT Energy was created? What's the reason of that, and the partnerships of with the best university in Europe? How that works?
Yes, so we were created 11 years ago by the European Commission because the Commission at that point, Mr. Barroso, he wanted to create the equivalent of MIT in Europe. And of course, you cannot just copy the concept, but the way they approached it, they said, well, let's look at the most challenging societal questions that are ahead of us for the next decades. And at that time, it was climate, energy, and digitalization. And they decided to bring together all the stakeholders to really look at solving the long-term issues and already start working on it today. So the way they organized it is they created a number of KICs, knowledge and innovation communities. We are one of them. So Energy is a KIC. And we got the mission and the mandate to accelerate innovation in the sustainable energy sector. And each KIC was free to do this with an approach that or a strategy that they selected. InnoEnergy selected to work as an investor, so a very early stage investor, but a very special one, not only investing with money in companies, but also investing in people, investing in building the network so that everybody who has to play a role in this energy transition is connected and works towards the same goal.
Beautiful, beautiful. So basically, for our potential students to come here, is can you give us a bit of an explanation on the part that when they get into the program, all a bit of the advantage they will have with all these partners that you have, all these, I will say, community of
Yeah.
big players in the industry. They will
Yes.
have access to this.
Yes. So I think the core of Energy is connecting people to our ecosystem. This is why we have this Connect event now. And when students enter a program, of course, they get courses at top universities from leading professors in the domain. But from day one, they have the opportunity to work with our companies, and that can be projects that they do during their courses. It can be an internship, it can be a master thesis, or it can be site visits, but they get exposed and connected to those companies.
Yeah.
So that's I would say the work InnoEnergy is doing on top of this normal academic program is exactly liaising and connecting to industry and the startup scene in this area.
Excellent. So yes, basically, it's bringing along all those potential that you guys, all that talent that you have. The idea is to come here, prepare yourself for the future, and you will be the next leaders of this topic. And basically, what they are trying to achieve is help the world. Oh, I think we have polluted well enough, and I
Yeah.
think it's already overdue time to do something about it. I reckon.
Yes, yes. I think we need people with the passion to save the planet, to put it with
Put-
blunt. and we provide the environment and access to the resources to have an impact in this, not just be a little number, but we are convinced that our students, they are not only having impact from day one, but they also have the potential of being the next leaders, either as an entrepreneur or as a consultant or working in a corporate. But we give them the basics, not only in technology and engineering, but also in leadership. We have a leadership program, an entrepreneurship program, which is all part of our full offering, and that are exactly the skills you need to become a game changer or a leader in this industry.
Yeah, excellent. Because one thing that really gave me an insight, and I think is really important, is this morning when the CEO of EIT InnoEnergy was talking about if you guys decided taking taking this master's degree, are you going to work only on those industries that are renewable, or you will be working as well in oil and gas? That was the question, no? And the majority will say, I think it's in renewable companies, and say, so you will consider the ones who raise the hand to work in the oil and gas. Are they traders or what's going on?
Yeah.
And it was the response that he provided, I think was really good.
Exactly, because I mean, one thing we're always saying is that the energy transition changes everything. So to change everything, you need everybody, also the oil and gas companies, because not only they have to change as an industry, but they have the financial resources to change. If you look at the investments from certain companies in the oil and gas in renewables, I mean, it's very significant.
Exactly. So we need to as well. So they basically the communication of this is you guys need, it doesn't matter which industry, you need to make an impact, and that's what we want you to do here basically. And also the way the EIT InnoEnergy will support you, you have a really good idea how to create and embrace the ecosystem here, and they believe in your idea, they will support you financially. And on top of that, you've been supporting InnoEnergy, a lot of the startups that they are quite successful. And these days, these startups basically are bringing new talent to the company. At the moment, even you can let us know what's going on at the moment upstairs with all those companies here.
Yes, so we have, I mean, in InnoEnergy, we have our investment in regular startups, but we also have a special student entrepreneurship chapter, which means that students that come to our master program and that want to create their own company, they get a full support during the 2 years. And today we have the finale of one of those trajectories, which is the Battle of Green Talent, where we had in total 21 student companies who participated. 6 of them or made it into the final, and within half an hour I will announce the winner.
Excellent.
And the winner gets additional funding for helping to build their business.
Beautiful. And on top of that, all these companies, they are here basically to recruit these students from EIT InnoEnergy. So it's you guys, if you think you are going to come to study in a traditional model of education, this is not.
No.
Here, like already Frank explained, from day one, you will come in an ecosystem and you will be proactively learning and applying that learning. And on top of that, basically, companies will come like today, this annual reunion, basically to recruit you. So basically, it's a win-win situation because the partners that EIT InnoEnergy has, they believe how well they are training here with this ecosystem, and they want those students to work for their companies, basically. Yeah, that's the way I see it.
Yeah, that's our ecosystem, and when we say that we invest not only with money but also with human capital and inhuman capital, well, our students go to work in our startups, which for us is an investment in that company because we know that the quality of our students is so good that they increase the value of our startups.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, basically, I don't know if you want to add something of part of the education or.
Yes, well, I think the important part for InnoEnergy is that when you join InnoEnergy, don't just come for learning about technology. Come here for having a whole view on the energy transition. And the important thing is there are a lot of things which are still unknown. So we solicit new ideas. You don't come to a textbook program where every solution is already there. We work a lot with what we call challenges. And the challenges are really challenges proposed to us by those companies. And it typically means it's a problem that a company faces and they don't have an exact solution for it. And that's where the students work on it. So this way of companies presenting challenges, real challenges to the students, and then them working on it and then be hired by the companies, it's a
Yeah,
very nice circle.
of course,
And
of
it's
course.
a very positive feedback circle for all of us.
Exactly. Yes, a win-win situation, I will say.
Yeah, and the value of learning something and applying it immediately cannot be underestimated.
Correct. Yeah,
So,
indeed, indeed. Well, thank you very much, Frank, for your time. It was a pleasure to give us this time and know a bit more in your perspective what we can offer to
yes,
our potential students. And really, guys, come. Definitely, the best thing you can do, I guess, if you decide it's obviously it's not for everybody, but if you are in the idea of renewable energy, the
come.
best come and change the world basically. No, and believe, okay, because I think we have so much potential in Mexico. So, thank you and see you next time.
Thank you. Bye, and see you here hopefully soon.
Thank you.